Okay guys, I'm on page 13 of our packet, so if you can turn to page 13. We're going to be converting quadratic equations between standard and vertex form. Now, so far we've only gone over vertex form. We went over the transformations that A, H, and K makes on the graph. This is our standard form. Y is equal to a times x squared plus bx plus c. We know this is a quadratic because our highest power is that x squared there. So, it's probably easiest to graph in vertex form. We can easily see the vertex because we know the vertex is h comma k. Now I want to figure out how to figure out what the vertex is in standard form. So looking at our notes here, I know that this a value is going to be the same as the a value in my vertex form. My h value uses this formula, negative b over 2a. This is something that you guys are going to have to memorize. H is equal to negative b over 2a. And then k is when we plug this x value back into the equation and solve for y. So we're going to look at this. If you want, you can go through and look at these two examples that outline out here for you, and you guys can reference those on your own. I'm going to do the first practice problem here. So it says, convert the following quadratics from standard to vertex form. So I'm going to do number 1 on a separate sheet of paper here. If you guys want to do it in your packet, there's not too much room, but you could do it. Okay, so I'm looking for A, H, and K. So I know my A value is this 5. So A is the easiest to figure out there. It's always the coefficient in front of the x squared. Now I want to solve for H. So H has the formula, and H is the x coordinate. The x coordinate of the vertex. So H is going to be equal to the formula negative b over 2a. I know this is A, this is B, and this is C, just like when you use your quadratic formula. It's the same idea. So if my B is a negative 10, don't forget the negative in front of the 10 here. That means I'm going to have a negative 10 over 2 times my A value is 5. So this becomes a positive 10 over 10, which is equal to 1. So I know my H value is equal to 1. Now, I solve K by taking this H value, which is the x coordinate, and I'm going to plug it into my x values and solve for y, because K is the y coordinate of the vertex. So K, which is the y coordinate of the vertex. So I'm replacing K with y here. And my H is the x, so I'm replacing 1 with x. So 5 times quantity 1 squared is 10 times 1 plus 37. 1 squared, do the exponent first. 1 squared is 1. So 5 minus 10 plus 37. 5 minus 10 gives me a negative 5. And negative 5 plus 37 is the same thing as saying 37 minus 5, which gives me 32. Now that I have my A, H, and K, I know my vertex formula is y is equal to A times x minus h squared plus k. So I'm going to plug in. I know my A is 5. My H is 1, and my K is 32. So my vertex formula is y is equal to 5 times x minus 1 squared plus 32.